What's going on, my trainer club? Today we are going to look at something that's maybe not my favorite thing to look at in Pokemon Go, and that's going to be the bonuses being taken away and what we may be able to do about it. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below. The day is officially here. How do you guys feel about the changes being taken away in Pokemon Go? So those changes are going to be taking the Pokestop distance from what was double all the way down to the normal ring that circles and pulses around your character, which has been changed, doubled over all the course of the last year and a half or so. And I think that most of us, if not all of us, have been really appreciative of that change. Beyond just being able to play a little bit more from home, I feel like it has increased my gameplay even when I am out in public, and it's actually caused me to play more. That's number one. And we're gonna also go over something that I think we can do to change it, and it's gonna require you guys to take a little bit of action to see if it's something that is gonna be sustainable for us to be able to do. Number two, incense effectiveness is now going back somewhat to what it once was. So it's still gonna be an hour long, but it's not gonna spawn Pokemon every minute anymore. It's going to be based on you moving. So this is how it once was, and I can honestly say I would basically trash incenses before I would use them because they were that ineffective. I think most of the time when I was playing, I would get a spawn once every 5 minutes. Incense was literally, never a recommendation for me. I never thought about it. I never recommended it in my tips until they changed it. And I've never bought so many incenses and used so many incenses in my entire Pokemon Go career. And now that has been reverted back to what it once was, although it is now still an hour long, which is a positive. And then absolutely mind-blowing that we have doubled 400 friends capability, and there has been nothing to increase the gifts. I have no words for that. Absolutely no words. And then finally, the reduction of raid damage from remote trainers, but also during the month of August that has been picked up and covered over, which we will be coming out with a video on it very soon. So that is a grand total of 4 changes in Pokemon Go, first one being the most. So with that said, in the comments, how happy are you guys about this? Number one. Number two, would you be willing if we had a boycott of playing Pokemon Go to participate in that? I'm going to put the poll, and you gotta be serious about this. Just be honest. Don't just vote yes because you want change. You have to seriously be about this boycott. If I said, and we all got together and there was enough people that voted, it's gonna be in the members tab of the YouTube channel, would you boycott playing Pokemon Go? What would that look like for you? Well, you have a couple different options. Number one is basically just get into Pokemon Go, complete your daily streaks, maybe open some friend gifts, and call it a day. Do a raid so you don't waste your free raid pass. That would be number one. Number two would be basically you don't spend any money. Obviously the first one is just like cut off the amount of players that are playing. Number two would be to just play normally, but play as a free player and don't spend any money. Additionally, beyond that, do not visit any sponsored stops. Do not open any sponsored gifts, because the sponsored stops and the sponsored gifts are one of the ways that Pokemon Go makes money. And I think the reason behind this is the only way it seems like Niantic is going to listen to us, which is extremely sad for me. And it's actually slightly embarrassing because of how much time and effort I do help you guys out trying to play Pokemon Go better, that literally there is no thought or consideration to what it seems to be working. Like, let's take for an example. During the whole global change that went on, a lot of people work from home. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of companies either now have more remote jobs because it works better, it saves them money, they don't need as much storefront or office space, saves them money, makes people more productive, keeps people happier. If they have trackable metrics to make sure people are on track, that is a win. You adapt as a business and you see, hey man, this really worked. In Pokemon Go, hey guys, this like really seemed to work. And if you just open Twitter right now and search Pokemon Go, Pokestops, I'm sure you will see a massive amount of backlash as far as these situations go. So, what is going on? Like, I'm just not quite understanding why there's a gap between understanding how your game functions, what the people that play your game want and need, and your desire to do things your own way. It almost feels like a complete disregard of people's feelings, of reading your community, of seeing what works best, and then adapting to make sure that you're going forward in a productive manner. I don't know, it's really disheartening to me, and I'm really sorry that we have to make this video together, but at this point, I've spoken to many other influencers, YouTubers in the game, and I'm not gonna name drop any names, but unanimously, Niantic has their own agenda, and they are not really interested in hearing any type of feedback coming from their player base. And beyond that, from a content creator standpoint, it's really challenging because, number one, for all of us content creators that base our entire life around Pokemon Go, it's kind of also a slap in the face because our living depends on Pokemon Go's success. And being that we are content creators and we have no say in the trajectory of Pokemon Go, of what we see from our eyes works best, is extremely challenging for number one. Number two, it's also challenging from a player being a hardcore player. Granted, you know, I take breaks here and there because, not like total breaks, but I don't play as hard just because of all the content that we create, and I need some balance in my life. But it's also disheartening that now it's even more challenging to play at the same time. So for content creators, we're getting hit with a double amount dose of this, being that a lot of people turn to us like, hey man, can you reach out to Niantic and say this? It's like, hey man, if I was able to have any type of communication with Niantic, if they were interested in my opinion, if they're interested on anything, our channel has turned 50 million views over that in helping people play Pokemon Go. You would think that from a multi-billion-dollar company, they would have somebody that is interested in the community and the player-based relationship, but apparently not, and that's not one of their objectives. I think somebody in one of my comments put it the best, and I think that it's changed my view on Niantic and their trajectory for this game forever, and it was, Niantic is not interested in making Pokemon Go the best game ever. What they are interested in is furthering their AR technology and becoming a world-class leader in AR, augmented reality, gameplay experience. And so if you view Niantic and Niantic's decisions based around that, everything starts to make a whole lot more sense. And I think that may be one of the core fundamentals of their company. And it's not so much interested in this game that happened to fall into their lap that works so incredibly well, and is all you have to do is nurture it like a little baby, treat it with respect and care, and it could literally be the biggest game ever, forever. And it doesn't seem like they quite understand that power and potential that Pokemon Go actually holds. Because I've seen it firsthand from traveling the world, from meeting people, playing with people, developing my own community, creating groups all around the world, global friending sections in our Discord. It's something special. There's not very many communities that are like this, if any at all. And it's something that's going strong. And that's what really makes it hard for me to see these situations happen when it's not necessary. It doesn't even have to happen. There's no gain. Based on what's going on here, I think there's a slight bit of manipulation. What I mean by that is it a coincidence that we are getting Dialga and Palkia shinies, raid bosses that everybody is anticipating, that the shinies have been highly, highly demanded for a long period of time. Not only that, these raid bosses are powerful and exciting to raid for. And right in the middle of it, they decide to revoke the privileges of this to kind of like give you something and take something away. I really don't like the feeling of that or the thought of that. And it really makes me feel like there is a little bit of manipulation going on beyond just having a coincidence. To me, that's two lined up. Unless they're literally that last minute in deciding things and stuff just happens, which sometimes it does honestly feel like that, but I don't think that that's the case right here. So putting us into a situation where it's like, you have to raid more, you have to still spend money, but we're gonna take all these things from you at the same time, but here's one of the things that you guys have really been wanting and asking for at the same time. So are you going to stop here or are you gonna go further? And then leading onwards for the last two options would be like, you're not willing to participate in the boycott because you wanna play Pokemon Go. And obviously, you know, Palkia is coming out, so it's gonna be kind of a unique scenario. I'm not gonna say we're gonna do it like during the middle of Palkia shiny because that would be crazy, but maybe in the future we do that. We band together, we make sure that it's a public message. Everybody's doing it that is willing to participate, and it's done at a time that would make the most sense for the player base. And then finally, would just be like, no, I'm not doing it, either because I don't want to, I don't really care about the distance, or because I have fear of missing out and I don't want to potentially miss out on shinies or playing Pokemon Go. So those are the scenarios. It is going to be in the community tab. Please go over there and vote. It's pretty easy. If you're on a mobile phone, all you do is go to my page, you scroll over, hit community, and vote right in there. So the conclusion, we can either accept this, we can quit, or we can band together as a community and say, we're not willing to accept this. This is not gonna be our scenario. Here is what we are gonna do about it, and it has to be a group collaborative effort in a pretty mass quantity, and that the only thing that really speaks loudest is going to be money spent on Pokemon Go, or interacting with things that do give Pokemon Go money, such as sponsorships, sponsored stops, and visiting those places. I really think it's time that we put our voice into the public light at a mass quantity. I just wanna give a big shout out to Geo Reversal for always being a very, very highly outspoken member of the community. He is always looking out for the best, and he is always willing to speak up for that, and I absolutely love and appreciate that about him. I also think that it's time for us to make a decision on whether it is going to be now or never to ban upon something, because I truly believe that that stop distance is one of the best things ever that has happened to Pokemon Go. Such an easy fix, such an easy introduction. There's no reason to take that away. I don't find myself not playing as much, and I find that it adds more stuff because I'm able to then get more gifts, send more stuff to people, I'm able to interact with the game a little bit more, and I'm able to get more items than I was once before. So, let me know in the comments below, are you guys willing to do this? It's time that we band together and get our voices heard and get somebody to listen to us at Niantic and understand that community in a game is most important. I understand that. I understand that your guys, as part of my community, is my most important asset. And if I were to just start making videos that had absolutely no relation to helping you guys, you'd probably be in my comments like, dude, come on, bro. And I would probably read those and be like, dude, come on, bro, what are you doing? And change my trajectory, because that's what I'm here for, my community, what we've built our game around. Like, if all of a sudden I started getting really negative and a couple bees almost just fly in my face in the middle of the camera, it would probably be a little bit different than what we typically go for. And you know, here we're about positivity, we're about building, we're about helping each other, and we're about making a strong and united community. So, that's all, guys. I really hope that we can get some action and some movement. It has not been very fruitful so far in the game from the community reaching out to Niantic, and I hope that maybe we can get together and we can make this happen. So, vote in the com tab. Thank you guys for being here as always. Likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes their support, subscription, and participate to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.